Today I got a tattoo of a bumblebee carrying a flower.
I think tattoos are a great way for people to express themselves.
There you go, perfect.
Tattoos can be whatever the person wants them to be. And if that means that it is meaningful to you, then shoot, go for it. If that means you saw something funny one day and you were like, ha, I want that on my body forever, then go for it.
Here we go. What's that?
Not bad.
I think you can get tattoos for whatever reason you want. It could be artsy, it could have a meaning, it doesn't really matter.
I was inspired to get a bumblebee because last year in the Living Learning House, myself and 8 of my friends lived in a house that was themed Save the Bees, and one day someone made a joke that we all ought to get bee tattoos, and then Owen Strensky actually got one, followed by Corin, who got one, and now I'm getting one as well. People sort of thought of me as a weird dude anyway, so it was fine. Originally my idea was just to get about a nickel-sized cartoon bee with a smiley face above my kneecap. That changed into a honey jar with a bee floating inside of it, and then eventually that changed into a horizontal flying bee carrying a flower.
When I got my first tattoo, I was very excited and a little nervous. But tattoos aren't like new to me. Both my mom and my dad, they have tons of tattoos, so it wasn't something like I was like, ah, am I really gonna get a tattoo? It was like more like, ooh, this is gonna hurt. But it didn't actually hurt as bad as I thought it was going to. I was definitely sweating when I got it. But once I got it, I was like, okay. And then I got more, and I don't want to stop anytime soon, so it wasn't that scary.
Yeah, I was definitely mostly nervous about the pain, I think. Because I was thinking really short term, but then I do have trouble with like the idea of permanence, so I was slightly concerned that I wouldn't like the outcome. I do have one tattoo. I love neurotransmitters and I love chemistry, and I also like flowers, so I had to like combine them somehow. And then I lost someone very close to me, so a marigold kind of symbolizes grief. The musical notes because he loved music, and acetylcholine because it's for learning, motion, and memory. I came up with the design by myself, but I had to do some research on like what I wanted. And I knew I wanted something to do with music, and I knew I wanted something to do with a marigold. And then the acetylcholine just happened.
I do think that tattoos are a good way for people to express themselves. I think, some people like to talk things out, some people like to journal, some people like to write songs, some people grow their hair out over study abroad. They are sort of reflections of parts of myself, no matter how outdated or archaic those parts of myself might be. And, you have to live with every decision you make, no matter what. Some are just a little more visible. It's just another manifestation of people trying to display who they are for the world. It's sort of like a body Instagram.
What do you think so far?
I think it looks pretty freaking cool.
Cool.
If someone didn't like my tattoos, I'd say, Well, at least there's a fun story behind it. I warmed up to him eventually too. Heck yeah.
Cool.
I've never been scared of anything in my whole life. Okay, I don't want to say that. I'm going to redo that one.